West Coast in the morning to find a place.
I'd like to welcome you back to Chesil Beach. What a day. So as you know, if you've watched my videos, I've just come back from Norway where it's -15. Today was -6, but the sun is shining and it's absolutely beautiful, and it's a beautiful day to be out. I'm using a fixed full rod today, a 3-piece continental style rod that anyone brand new to fishing can use. These can be used by complete novice or an expert, and I am not an expert, but you know what I mean. Some of the England guys, or a lot of the England guys and ladies, use continental style rods now for speed, efficiency and distance. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with using setups like this. These are great rods. I think they retail at about £150 and the reels are under £80, but it's a beautiful setup, and I bought them today out of my coaching kit, because if you come out coaching with me, this is the sort of kit you're lucky enough to use. I literally have got to put some sunnies on today. For people who haven't watched my channel before, I often wear sunglasses. I get really bad migraines and I've been getting them since I was a child, and believe it or not, it's coffee, bananas, sunlight. So if I go from like coming out of a cinema in pitch black to broad daylight, sometimes it can trigger my migraines. So when I'm on the beach, I often wear sunnies, so sorry about that, but when I can, and when it's not sunny, you can see into my eyes, which is a good thing. As I mentioned before, I've got lots of new subscribers and people watching my channel, so I'm going to run over things. Some of you may have seen it before. Firstly, if you don't know, I'm currently on a 100-day detox. What does that mean to you? Absolutely nothing. But on my channel, I like to talk about men's health, women's health. Obviously, I don't know much on that, but we're all kind of the same with mental health, with fishing. I like to talk about diet, how we look out for each other. I'm not an expert, I'm not a counsellor. I just like talking about it to highlight it from my own personal point of view. So I'm 90, what is it today? I'm 91 days into a 100-day detox. I have not had an alcohol drink for 90 odd days. It's great. I went to Norway, I've had birthdays, I've done all that. Not that I was an alcoholic. I didn't have to give, well actually I hate that word. Not that I had, or my relationship with alcohol was an issue. I just chose just to take it out of my life, and I can guarantee you, if you do that and you think that maybe on weekends you're having a few too many drinks or you're eating too many cheeseburgers, just like I was, if you take it out of your life will be so, I don't know if I ever want to drink again. Honestly, I feel a different person, and I didn't have any issues with alcohol, as in my life was great, my work was good, my home life was good. I wasn't drinking too much really. I was just drinking on weekends, probably like a lot of us. It's an English thing or a British thing, but I've cut alcohol out of my life and I am a different person. I've lost 1.5 stone. My skin looks younger, so if you think I look old now, go back to a year ago and watch my videos. I feel healthier, nothing stresses me out. Big problems seem to be just little problems now, and I just love getting out and filming for you guys. So I can't tell you what to do, but if you love your fishing videos and you want to keep fishing and getting out and feeling great about yourself, maybe look at your alcohol consumption and look at what you eat. All right, we're just a machine. What we put in comes out. That's it for me. All right, I'm not qualified, so don't listen to anything I say. That's just an opinion that I just thought I'd share with you. First rod in the water, and you can see we've got a bit of tide. You can see my rod moving, it's pulling down slightly as the lead's rolling. It's giving it a little bit of slack and the rod's coming back. So my rolling lead is rolling, which is a great thing. And as you know, I'm using an earth rig, so all 3 baits are below the lead, just trolling along behind, looking perfectly natural with plenty of movement, and that is definitely what we need. Right. First rod's out. Don't worry, if we get any bites I'll take you back to it. Let's get another earth rig out. Oh, it's beautiful. Do you know what the trouble is? When I've got a rod out, I should be paying attention to you guys, but I'm like this, aren't I? So I like to get all the talking done and bring you back when my rods are in and I'm fishing. messed it up today. Just want to get a rod in the water. So I hope you're doing alright. I hope you're staying safe. And it's December. It's going to be a strange one this year. It's pretty hard for everyone, including myself. Things are not that great, are they? Definitely a bit of tide out there today. But this is a fishing programme, so we're not going to talk any doom and gloom. We're just going to talk about fishing and make a good video. That's the plan anyway. These are so hard to do. That tide is proper ripping. I may have to if it doesn't slow down. It's actually low water now. Chesil's crazy, you know. If it doesn't slow down, sometimes you need to put a grip lead on. There we go. So the same as before. I've got a rolling lead, but this one seems to grip in a little bit more. It's more of a bucket lead, self-explanatory. To my earth bar, a 6 foot snood with 3, 1, 2, 3 hooks below the lead. As before, when that bounces around, these are naturally moving behind, flapping, going up and down. Perfect. And it seems to work. So my first cast had a tiny little white in. I didn't bother bringing you back because I didn't even know it was on there. My second cast, I'm just going to have a little bit of ragworm tipped with some squid on the earth rig. I've got a bucket lead on both now because that tide is still ripping, which is pretty strange. But that's a good thing for the fishing. But we've had a fish. Yes, it was that big, but it's a fish. So we're fishing and we're catching fish. I'll get this one out there. I'll bring you back when we get some rod bending action, and hopefully I can catch a few fish for you. That's what it's all about, eh? Yeah, I've got 2 cormorants out there, not helping. But I'll keep the baits going in, we'll keep trying. But do you know what, I don't really care. I could sit here all day without my fishing rods. Sometimes it feels like I am. But you know what I mean. It's lovely. It's absolutely beautiful. It's so warm in that sun. Tonight, I'm really excited. We've got high water, we've got a full moon, which I don't like for normal fishing, but for whiting fishing, I absolutely love it. And I've got a chance. I'll keep fishing, as before. If I get any bites, I'll bring you back. I hope you're still watching. It's fishing, I'm outdoors, and I'm having a good time. And I hope you are too. We just need a few more fish, eh? So remember when I was starting doing these videos on Chesil, I think I had bacon every time, sausages. As we mentioned, I'm trying to be good, look out for myself, although in Norway I did eat some sausage rolls and some hot dogs. If you go to Norway, you've got to try a hot dog. They're amazing. So they don't really have like fast food joints like we have. They sell stuff in garages, so you can go into a garage, pick up your fuel, bits and bobs, and buy a cheeseburger, freshly cooked in front of you. It was pretty cool, pretty expensive. But then, when I first went to Norway 6 or 7 years ago, or probably before then, the UK was still quite cheap, and Norway was like it is now. When you go to Norway now, it's pretty much the same, unless you drink booze or eat sweets or chocolate, because they whack loads of tax on booze, sweets and chocolate. So it's pretty straightforward. Boil some water, Add your tortelloni. Cooks in 3 minutes. Woo. Amazing, eh? Not gonna have loads. I'm not a piggy. Well, I am a piggy. That's why I can't have loads. There we go. 3 minutes. And all we're gonna do, add that. Make a mess. Bam, bada, bam. Heat it through. I think we got some weight. Yes, definitely into a fish. Definitely got a fish everywhere. I can feel it. You know what I think's happened? Something's took it on the way in as well. Nice. There we are. There you go. As I said earlier, I had a tiny... Whoa. I'm going to let you go, mate. Come on out. As I said earlier, I had a small pin, but that's the stamp of whiting you can get off Chesil. That's a small one. Obviously, I'm after one £2 today, but that's the first whiting of the session. Anywhere else, that would be a corker. Thanks, Mr. Whiting. Let's get this one back. We've got a little bit of tide now. I'll keep the baits going in and hopefully we can get that £2 whiting. Cheers, everyone. Oh yeah, and that dinner was lovely. Look after yourself, yeah? So I was just putting that whiting back. As you've seen, this rod's just been pulling down. I've just walked back, it was slack and now it's tightened up. Let's have a look at it. We've got a nice bit of tide now. Definitely got some weight on this one. It's probably another whiting. For some reason it slacklined me. Let's go and have a look, shall we? What we got? Wow. There we are. That's what we came for. I said it could be a whiting fest. 3 whiting on 3 hooks on the earth rig. Beautiful. So there you are. A treble shot of whiting. So what we're going to do today, or this afternoon, is treat fishing like a night out with the lads. You start off with the slim ones and you build your way up to the big ones. Let's get these little chaps back. We're catching fish. My rig's working, we're on the whiting, we just need that big girl to come along, that £2 whiting, and we're in the money. That's absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to sit back, I'm going to play a little bit of music for you, and you enjoy the sunset. We've got about 15 minutes till sunset, so it's going to get a little bit better than that. And you know about this stuff now. If you watch my channel, the colours are going to come through and it's going to be absolutely stunning. But for now, let's sit back, just enjoy the rods, enjoy the view, and here is some music. Aware at night lots of different species come out and they're more confident, so I should imagine when it gets dark we get more whiting, we'll probably get some pouting, we may even get some dogfish, we may almost certainly get a conger, but we may get into a codlin. I've only been fishing for about 2 hours, so I'm not worried yet. We've still got about 4 hours till high water, and now's the time the fish should start coming, especially on nightfall. I've got the effort, I've got the bait, I'll keep fishing and hopefully we'll light the show up and we can get into a few fish by night. They may not be big, but they're a target species. We'll take that all day long. Not a bad evening, if I'm honest with you. The fishing hasn't been great. We've got plenty of time, and I've just been slack-lined on the left-hand rod. I just tightened it up, there you go. Pull down. Slackened off again. Ooh. Oh, it's freezing now, everyone. It's like being back in Norway, you know. Just changing over now. Switching up to stronger line, free at clip downs. Otherwise, my earth rig's going to come in like a ball of shite. The whiting. That's very small. That's very small, that one. You don't need to see that. It's fine. And just like that, it's dark. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to a night session on Chesil Beach. Naturally, I'm not going to fish all night. I'm just going to fish for 3 hours. I'm going to fish to just after high water, and I've definitely got a chance. I've switched it up. I've got a 3-up clip down on one with a 6-ounce gripper, and on the other one I've got a 2-up, one off the bottom, clip down, like an extended pompey loop with a 6-ounce gripper as well, just to hold me in the tide and to help me out while night fishing. If I continued to use the earth rig, it would just come in every time as a massive ball. So here we are. we're fishing. It's also cold, and I mean very cold, but it's beautiful, it's stunning. We've got the moon coming up behind us, and we've got a chance. Small hooks. Yes, we're into a fish. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you around so you can see the fish and not just me. Oh, well, I'm counting my chickens here. I'm on to get it in, yeah? But if I turn you around, if it's a nice fish, you can see it. And that's what it's all about. It's not about me, it's about you guys. So there we go. Now that's a better stamp of whiting. That bottom one is definitely what we've been after. It's not £2, but it's a lot bigger than what we've had this afternoon. We've only had 4, but that's the biggest one so far. It's not a massive one, but it's a better one. There you go. It's a Dorset whiting. It's not huge, I know. Better than what we've been getting. And if there's these about, there's got to be a bigger one. Cheers everyone. Thanks Mr. Whiting. No kisses for you though. Got a leader. There we are. Wow. What a mess. We've got a nice white in. We've got a pate in that's lost ooze itself to a squid. But there's another nice white in. Not massive, not as big as we want, but they're getting better. So we've come out with a target and we're catching them. As I like to say all the time, we're fishing and we're catching fish, and that to me is all that matters. The next few weeks on Chesil is going to be really hard work, so I'm going to pick a species, come down and try my very hardest to catch one. It's not going to be epic, but I'll be out and about. I'll be in Norway, I'll be up in Scotland, I'll be at the Bristol Channel, and I'll make sure that I make a few videos. I'll be over to Wales and make some interesting videos for you to keep you interested and to keep you enjoying the channel. And there you go, there's a little slack line. Got a fish on there, look. Got 2 hooks though, haven't we? Let's try and get 2. Ooh. Ah, right. We got a slack line. Not really slack. We've got a fish on, I'd say. There we are. The whiting is definitely getting bigger. They're not the ones we want yet though, but that's a better whiting. I'll unhook that little chap, get it back, and we'll keep going. But as I mentioned before, we're getting bites, we're after whiting, we're catching whiting, we're out fishing, and guess what? We're catching fish. On Chesil Beach, it's probably -2, the wind's freezing, the moon's coming up. We're winter fishing for the winter whiting. Yeah, the fox is right next to me, look. It's like my pet. Watch this. Oh no. He don't care, does he? Could be double dog. So there we go. Got a dogfish and a whiting. It's definitely time to get myself out of here. Well, There we go. There's another session done on the beautiful Chesil beach here in Dorset. As I've mentioned quite a few times, the fishing this time of year is going to be very hard, all the way probably until April. I will stick to my promise and I will come out every week, but I just want to remind you that fishing is about getting out, enjoying the sunsets, enjoying the wildlife, enjoying the waves, and just relaxing on the beach. Today I come down, I knew it would be hard, so I selected a species to fish for. In the UK it's pretty hard to do that these days because the fishing is pretty bad, and I'm not putting it down. We all know, well actually the last few months fishing's been okay, but it can be pretty hard. So I just want to remind you that fishing is about getting out, enjoying yourself, relaxing, watching those rod tips and giving yourself something to think about. Today I've come down to target a whiting. Guess what? I caught a whiting. I couldn't be more happier. You guys yourself and women at home need to take yourself out when it's hard, pick a species. It could be a flounder, it could even be a dogfish, and if you catch one you're doing very well. Okay, and that's what we call fishing. You will be a fisherman or a fisher lady if you can catch your target species, and you should give yourself a pat on the back. My name's Wayne. This has been the beautiful Chesil beach. It's the coldest day of the year so far and I've loved every minute. I look forward to seeing you next week on the mighty Bristol channel, back here on the beautiful Chesil beach, and in a couple more weeks I'll be back out in Norway smashing out those big fish for you. Thanks everyone, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It helps me out and it costs you absolutely nothing. Cheers.